Hi, my name's Kate, and I've been asked to talk a bit about my breastfeeding journey and how formula has helped me mixed feed and keep going. I'm mum to two twin boys, Fred, who you just saw, and Tom. They're 4 months old now. They came about 5 weeks early. Fred had a couple of days in the special care unit where he was fed by a tube. But Tom was feeding with me from the start. I expressed initially, so they got the colostrum, but they also had formula in the early days as well, because they were very small and so just needed to put on weight. I think from the very beginning I was open to the idea of formula because for me the most important thing was that they gained weight and were fed, and if I wasn't producing enough to do that, then it made sense to me to top up with formula. Over the first few weeks we managed to get them both breastfeeding successfully, so we started off doing a few timed breastfeeding and then topping up with formula afterwards, but after we got home and were sort of settled in a bit more, I just found it really stressful timing the breastfeed, so I just decided to let them feed from me until they were full, and then offer them a bottle and see if they wanted it. So we got to a stage where they were having, I was basically breastfeeding one and bottle feeding one at each feed and then swapping them over. So I was doing the equivalent of breastfeeding one baby, and they were having 50% breast milk and 50% formula. I tried expressing, but it just took up so much time, and when you've got twin babies you haven't got that much time. At about 8 or 9 weeks, Fred, who'd always been quite sicky, was prescribed Gaviscon to sort of help stop that, and he now has bottles with Gaviscon in, and Tom is pretty much exclusively breastfed apart from a bottle at night time, which for me I think helps. It lets him have some time with his dad, who does the evening feed. I'm hoping when Fred gets over his sickiness, which apparently just takes time, I'll be able to put him back onto breast as well. So the benefit of twins is that Tom can keep my supply going whilst Fred has the Gaviscon. You see what yeah, so the benefit of twins is that if you stop for one of them, you don't have to stop entirely. And I think my take home has been that the formula has really helped me be able to keep breastfeeding one of them, and taken the pressure off me a bit as well, so I can formula feed one and breastfeed the other one. I also find it logistically a bit easier to breastfeed one, so I'll have one in my arms like that and then bottle feed the other one like that. So if I'm on my own, logistically it's a bit easier as well. I think the main thing for me has not been not putting too much pressure on myself. My aim was to get as much breast milk into them as I could, and it's not a binary thing, so I didn't I didn't see it as all or nothing. I was, the more I could get into them, the better, but I'm not going to beat myself up if they have a bit of formula. And they're healthy, happy boys.